Welcome back to my channel. In today's full body tower workout, we will be using a small ball like this for some exercises. Now we are using the Allegro 2 Tower of Power setup here from Balanced Body. These are Balanced Body springs. However, I will tell you which location I have the springs, if they're light, if they're arm springs, leg springs, etc. So pay attention to the tower that you have at home or in your studio so you can go ahead and make sure the springs are at the correct location for the exercises. All right, you guys, let's get started. First position, 4-point, using the ball. You can face either way on your mat surface on your tower. Let's bring the ball between the knees. We're gonna hug the ball with the inner thighs. Spread your fingers wide right underneath your shoulders. Now, notice I've got my knees and my hips stacked as well, a true 4-point. As I inhale here, I want to think about expanding the back of my ribs. And as I exhale, I'm going to go ahead and let all the air out, scooping and rounding, just flexing my spine. And again, we inhale. Let's open up this time, create this cow position. Exhale, pull under. Inhale to expand. Exhale, pull under. We're just warming up the spine. We're just feeling the inner thighs play an important role in the core as we hold that ball between the knees. And exhale. 2, inhale. Last one, full exhale. And finish with your inhale. Beautiful. Excellent. From this position, take the ball forward. We're just going to do a half kneeling stretch together. So we have a few movements today that requires a little bit more quad work, more leg work. So take advantage right here. I've got my foot a little bit wider near the edge of my mat, so I'm not too narrow. Hips are tucking forward. Now from this position, what I want to think about is, can I lift my sternum? I'm stacking my ribs over my pelvis. Interlace your hands, push up to the ceiling here and just holding this stretch. Squeezing your rear glute, opening up, and then releasing back and down with the arms. Switching sides, you can draw your hands forward, exchanging your lead leg, and same kind of thing here. Stacking your rib cage, your pelvis, your shoulders, tuck your hips here, feel that back glute, a little bit squeeze, extending the arms in the overhead and holding here. So just feeling that rear thigh, get a great stretch before we get started today. One more breath. And full exhale. Beautiful. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to add a little bit of rotation. What you can do with the ball is place the ball just here, just by your calves and your tail. So you're just going to take a little bit of your body weight back onto the ball with your hips here, and your hands are just in front. Now that just helps me lock out my hip area. Bringing one hand behind my head, I'm going to go ahead and inhale and open to rotate, pushing my elbow back as I take that inhale. Exhale, forward. Repeat that. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Just trying to expand through that middle part of my back. And return. We got one more right here. It's an inhale and exhale. Other side. Let's go ahead and place the hand behind. It feels so good to open up that back. Inhaling and exhaling. And 2. And back. You might notice one side feels a little bit different than the other. And 2 more. And we got one more right here. Opening up. Great. And then returning. All right. Place the ball forward. Just take a brief rest position here. Widening the knees, pushing the hips back onto the heels and lengthening through the arms. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and set up for our first group of exercises. At your tower, I want you to have your roll-up bar at the top eyelet on the side, and then you just want to have your ball nearby. We're going to start in a standing position. So roughly standing right about here. If you want more tension, feel free to walk backwards a little bit more. I'm placing the ball between my ankles, and I'm just going to grab outside the hardware from right here. So this is my starting position. Now with the ball, hug it between the ankles. Think about lifting with your pelvic floor, pulling all the way up through your spine. Breathing in here, arms are long. As you exhale, draw the bar to your hips. Inhale forward. Take this slow if you need to. Bring your body more forward with less tension, that's okay. Inhale. Hug the ball, exhale. 2, inhale. And exhale. 2, inhale. Keep going. Just warming up that center. You're resisting the tension with your spine and your abdominals right here. We've got 3 more. On the exhale, grow taller. Push the bar to your thighs. Inhale forward. Give me 1 more like that. Nice and strong. Great. Arms are forward here. Take a second, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, inhaling through the nose. Now keeping a steady grip on the bar, soft knees. Head and chest, start to dive down and forward with that bar, rounding your spine. Softening the knees, reaching forward right here. So I'm in this standing C curve. Now as I pull my body up, I'm pushing the bar under my body, just under my chest, and I roll my body up, just like a wave. Inhale at the top. Dive your body down, push the bar slightly forward, round the spine, scoop the spine, soften the knees, hold, pull the bar towards you, begin to pull back up. Do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Pull it towards you, pulling all the way back to the very top. We inhale. And forward, head and chest and arms reaching, pulling towards your body and scooping up. Good. Let's go with 2 more like that. And remember, we are just warming up that spine today, getting really strong in our stability, making sure we're connected first, all the way to the top. Let's do 1 more together. Down to pull, soften the knees, and rise to the top. Beautiful. Excellent. So pause where you are, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Take a moment here. Now straight arms, here we go. Zip up with the inner thighs, hugging the ball. Think of that pelvic floor. We inhale. Exhale, arms to thighs, hold it. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, extend the elbows. Lengthen forward. Inhale. Exhale to the thighs. Inhale to bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale forward. Keep going. Push and bend and extend and forward and push and bend and extend. Keep the hug of the ball. Triceps are working and bend and extend. You got it. Forward. Last 2 and extend. 1 more time, resisting the tension. And pause. Beautiful. Roll your shoulders a few times here. Take a second. You're going to hold this roll-up bar in one hand and then just carefully placing the ball forward here, just slightly out of the way is fine. From your position, you're still holding onto your bar. You're going to walk your feet back just until you feel a little tug with our spring tension. Now I've widened my foot base here, slight turn out, so I can create more of a squat. Here I go. I'll be bending down. I've got this roll-up bar. I've got my springs to support me. Notice my hips are going back, my chest is upright. And as I drive up, I exhale. Repeat that, inhale. Smooth descent, exhale. And again, inhale. This is why we did that half kneeling stretch before. A little bit more quad work to begin. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. It's an inhale and exhale. We got 5 more. Inhale, keeping the chest to exhale. And 4. And push. And 3. and push. Keeping the chest looking up at that tower. One more right here, you guys. Sink it down. Push it back to pause. Great. Now, the only thing that changes, we're going to go ahead and take an under grip with the bar. So notice my palms now face the sky. I'm going to start with soft knees. Row the bar inward. So now my elbows are pulling right by the side of my body, squeezing. I lengthen and I squat. I lift and I pull. Lengthen and squat. So think about that rhythm in your body. Exhale to inhale. Coming down to push and squeeze and lengthen. Just feeling that effort. Quads, bicep, lats. Getting a little bit more full body before we get started. To lengthen for 3. And squeeze. And 2. And squeeze. And 1. And squeeze. We're going to pause right here. Take your grip on top again. Pause where you are. Get your feet a little bit more true hip distance apart. Now what we're going to do is challenge the ankles. So I've got some tension on the bar, just a little bit. From this position, think about here. We're lifting through the spine, getting nice and tall. We're going to lift up to high heels, hold it. Good. Lower the heels. Now you're going to create this narrow little chair position, narrow squat. Sink back and hold. 2, 3. Stand up tall. Lift the ankles. Lower the ankles. Lower back, narrow squat. Hold. 2, 3, 2. Stand. Lift the ankles. Lower the ankles. Come back down. Hold. 2, 3. Keep your chest and push. Feels different in the ankles, of course. Lower. Into this narrow squat, you might feel more of your shin area as well as your glutes and quads. Stand up tall, lifting ankles, lower ankles. Here we go. Down we go, hold. Pushing up, lift the ankles, lower the ankles. Back to your squat. 2, 3, stand up tall, lift and lower. We got 4 more. 2 and 3, 2, stand, ankles and lower. For 3, 2, 3, and stand, lift and lower. Last 2, try to sink maybe a little bit lower, feel that burn. 2 and 3, 2, stand, lift and lower. One more time. 2 and 3, 2, stand, lift and lower. Great job. Let's go ahead and give your body a break just by coming in and lowering the bar and forward here. Roll your shoulders a few times, and then we'll get ready for the next group of exercises. Go ahead, come off to the side, bring the ball to the floor briefly. We're gonna set up your push-through bar. So I've got to move my roll-up bar. For my Allegro 2, I'm just going to store it behind on these eyelets. And now I'm going to look up at my push-through bar right here. So let's go ahead and make sure it's got its unvelcroed position and it's lowering down. Now talking about our springs, I'm going to use 1 full spring, which is a red. You can use a blue, which is half a spring on the tower. We're going to be doing push-through bar top loaded. So whichever works for your equipment at home. You don't want a ton of tension on there. Just 1 spring should be plenty. From this position, I'm going to sneak my push-through bar safety strap just above so it's out of the way. And then from here, we're going to make sure that we have this ball as well. Okay, so to come on down, we're going to take a seat, hold on to this bar, and then lowering down. Good. So with the ball, I'm going to place it between my knees to begin. Notice where my head is at. It's between the tower right here, not completely at the very top, slightly forward. And that gives me the ability to get a little bit more of my body under the bar here in this forward position. as I'm supine, arms on top. Here we go. Squeeze on the ball. As I exhale, I'm gonna bridge my hips up first, roll like a wave, hold at the top, and then roll like a wave all the way down. Hold at the bottom, breathing in. Exhale, go again, lifting up, hold and squeeze, and roll back down. So this is a little series. We're starting with a bridge. Hang in there. It's gonna get a little bit more difficult. Have to warn you. And lower back. Breathing in at the base. Exhale to roll. Inhale to hold. And exhale to lower. Think of the feet here. Think of the ankles. We got one more. Breathing in and lowering back down. Okay, very nice. Now from here, what I want to think about is curling my head and my chest first. I'm looking at the ball. I'm coming up to right about here. So not completely all the way up. My rib cage is just slightly off the mat. All I'm going to do is just bring my legs in as I exhale. Inhale, tap. Exhale. Inhale, tap. Think of your abdominals right here. 3. Starting to build that up. 4. Keep going. Exhale, 5. And 6. Almost there. Last 2 of these. Squeezing in. And 1 more. We pause by lowering the feet. We roll the spine back and down as well as the head. Take a breath in here. Now, making sure we have our feet a little closer for more bridging. We roll it up. We hold it. At the very top, you're going to lift your ankles. Lower your ankles. Go again. 2. To lower. Exhale, 3. And lower. 4. Lower. Exhale, 5. Get those calves working today. 6. Hips to ceiling. 7. Think of that pelvis tucking up. 8. Pause in here. Roll through your spine and pause at the bottom. Good. Hands stay exactly where they are. This time we roll the head and the chest up. We look at the ball. We're going to draw the legs back up, the same position. Notice I'm in that tiny little C curve. With my legs, I go over towards my right. I inhale. I exhale. To my left, I inhale. I exhale. Keep the upper body. I inhale. Exhale, squeezing. Inhale. Exhale. Think of that pelvic floor as you hold that ball. And again, inhale to exhale. And inhale to exhale. Almost there. Inhale to exhale. Last 2 each side. Keep the upper body controlled. It's just the obliques. You're tilting to your hip. You're pulling it back. Tilting and center. Lower your feet. Very nice. All the way down to pause. Beautiful. Now, with the ball, we just sneak it between the ankles. What we're going to do here is just go ahead and lengthen the legs all the way on the mat. Hold the ball with the ankles, breathing in through the nose. We're going to begin a roll up from here. So head and spine, we curl, we curl. We lift the spine all the way. We lengthen, hold. You're going to bend. You're going to extend. Scoop the body all the way to pause. Breathing in here. Exhale, lift. Inhale. 2, exhale. Keep going. Inhale at the base. Exhale to curl. And bend. Extend to roll. Feels so juicy on that spine. You're doing great. Last 2. Rolling up. And bend. Extend. And roll. One more time. We roll. And bend, extend. Now go all the way down. Once you're down, you're going to pause right here. Pull the knees back in. This time, you're going to hold the ball, again, between the ankles. Tabletop position. Make sure you're centered on the bed. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go up into some teasers. Breathing in. Exhale, we roll, we extend, we lengthen, we hold the ball, we hold the position at the top, long legs, long spine, and then nice and slow we start to roll. Bring it with you as you come down and bend the knees. Inhaling here. Exhale to reach, 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 reach. Lengthen, lengthen legs and arms. You got this. And rolling all the way back and down. Nice and slow. Here we go is 3. We roll to the top. We hold, we lengthen. Feel that effort. And then roll as your legs are extended. Bend them back and in. We got 2 more right here. Here we go. We come up. We reach, reach, hold, and rolling down. Bending the knees. We got 1 more. We start to come up together. We lengthen. Hold it, squeezing, and then rolling the body and bending the knees. Beautiful. You're going to hold the ball between, or with one hand rather, release it between the ankles, and just give your body a little bit of a windshield wiper of your hips side to side. Looking good. All right. So here we go. We're going to do something a little bit different. You're going to now draw the ball to the side on the floor. We'll grab it later. What we're going to think about here is similar to a dead bug. So that means that I've got opposite limbs. One arm will be reaching above. The other leg will be reaching forward. Okay, the other leg will be in tabletop. But I'm going to be in flexion. So what it looks like is I've got my hands here. I've got my legs in tabletop. Now, as I come up, find that, again, a little bit of flexion right here. We're going to flex the feet. You're going to take your right arm and your left leg and then reach. Inhale back. Find the bar. Other side. Inhale. 2 exhale. Inhale. 2 exhale. Feels so good on that center. Keep the leg pushing forward versus low. Keep the arm by the ear. 2 inhale. 2 exhale. You're in flexion. Here we go. Push. Nice. We got 2 more. And reach. And 1. And 1. And pause. Lower the feet down. Lower the head. Lower the chest. And then take a second here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Beautiful. Okay, so we have that ball. It's right next to us. Grab it again. Place it between the ankles. Back for teaser. Here we go. We roll the spine. We kick the legs. We hold the ball. We reach the body. We lower all the way back and bending in. Go again. We reach. Look for length and rolling spine, then bending knees. And here is 3. Think of your abdominals right here, holding that body and all the way down. And reach. And all the way back. We got 1 more right here. On the exhale, we reach it up. We hold at the top. We lengthen everything. And then roll the spine first and pull your body in. Awesome. Let's come back to dead bug. Ball goes on the floor. Hands are on the bar. We got flexed feet. Lift up to flexion to pause. Good. Now we go right arm, left leg. Exhale. Inhale, replace. Other side. Look for the rhythm. Feel the abdominals. Keep going. You got this. Reach it. Find the bar. Reach it. Find the bar. 2 more. We got it. 1 more. Come all the way. Lower your head, your chest. My goodness, lots of abdominals back to back. Let's pause right here. Full breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Okay. The next one we're going to do is keep everything the same in the upper body. So I just want to think about, can I pull that bar down slightly and anchor through my shoulders? And now I'm going to provide a little bit more rotation of my lower body and get some of this bit of a corkscrew motion. So to do that, I'm going to take a tabletop first. Inhale, tilt to one hip. Now notice what my legs do. They come down. Big long exhale through the center to the other hip. And then find it back at your start. Let's go the other way. Inhale, tilt it. Exhale. All the way to the top. Inhale, tilt it. Long exhale. Go ahead and keep going. Tilt it. Now really trying to get your shoulders to stay connected to the mat. That's the hard part because that part of your body is going to want to lift up as you go through the exercise. This is a modified version of the corkscrew, obviously, but we're using that push through bar. Find a little bit more of that counter pressure and support. Here we go. Tilt it over and around. Feel the obliques really pulling in right here, you guys. And again, inhale. Big exhale. Beautiful. And let's do one more. And pause right here. Excellent job. Release for a moment here. You can just extend your legs, give it a little bit of a breather. Wiggle your toes. Okay, so for the next version of a corkscrew, what we're going to do is start bent. We're going to go back over to the hip, hold it, then kick the legs. Now come down from that position, all the way around to the other hip. Bend the knees, come back to center, go the other way. Tilt it, extend it, go down, all the way, bend, and then come back to center. Go the other way, tilt it, extend it, go down, feel your abs right here, pull in, bend it, and center. Good, keep going. Over, extending, bending, and center, and over. Shoulders stay grounded, and around. Feels so good on those obliques today. We're getting it all in. Full body workout to the side. Extend, and around. All the way, bend, and pause. Let's do one more each side. Over to the hip, kick the legs, go down to the other side, bend it and center, and then over and extend it. And bend, and then pause. Let's lower the feet down. To come up from here, we're gonna just extend the legs, reaching up, and swing your legs around, let go of the bar, and we'll get ready for the next group of exercises. Let's change our push through bar first. So come on up. You're gonna unhook your spring. You're gonna take your push through bar safety strap. And then with this one that I have, what I'm gonna do is basically go underneath. So for all bottom loaded exercises, you wanna make sure that this strap is really, really centered. And you've got this little carabiner, just roughly right about here near the top. Doesn't have to be completely up here, but somewhere near there. Let's talk about spring tension. So for bottom loaded footwork, for me, I have one full spring, which is my red. Attach that. I also have one blue, which is half a spring. Now this is completely up to you how much tension you want because it is bottom loaded. There is more pressure on your spine. There's more stretch on your spine. So just keep that in mind. But once you have your springs connected safely on the eyelet below and on the push through bar, you're gonna go ahead and sneak your body underneath. Now, what we're gonna also use is that same ball from earlier. So gently find your body, push your body all the way to the very top of your tower setup. Now, this is the tricky part for every single person. How do you get your feet on the bar? You have to physically push it with your hand first, sneak one foot onto the bar, and then the other foot. So right here, I'm gonna begin with my ankles and my heels connected. The ball is just gonna go right between my ankle area. So right here, I'm looking up at my tower setup here. I've got both of my springs attached. I'm ready for my footwork. I'm all locked in. I'm gonna draw my arms by my side, palms face the ceiling. Okay, so lengthen through the neck. Arms are long. As you inhale, hug the ball, bend the knees into chest. Exhale to push. Inhale to bend. Exhale to push. The advantage of what you're doing right here is to keep the tailbone as much as connected to the mat surface as you can, We lengthen through the low spine. We are extending through the knees, feeling the quadriceps, the hamstrings. We inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. Keep going. A squeeze on the ball, pelvic floor. Think about that connection. And our last one. Perfect. Now, you can keep the ball between the ankles or grab it with your hand and make sure it's in a good spot for you. I just moved to my toe box. So I'm moving my toe box now into that parallel stance. What I'm going to start with is calf raises. So I'm going to go ahead and flex the feet and point, and dorsiflex and point. 3. Now you have the advantage here. You're looking up at your ankles. You get to see if you're staying parallel. That ball is really going to help you encourage that parallel position as you hold it. You're not losing the ball by turning the ankles outward. Just keep going. For 4 and 3. Keep that spine connected to the mat. And 1. Now hold a high heel. Notice how high my heels are here. Toes are still placed on. I'm going to be bending into my chest. I'm going to exhale, push. Inhale, exhale, and 3. Keep the high heel position. Notice that center of your toe box pushing into that bar. And inhale, and 6, and inhale, 7, breathing with it, 8, 9, hold it here, pause where you are, and just notice what you have in your ankles. So I want to just go ahead and just dorsiflex and hold that position. Now keep your dorsiflexion, start to bend your knees into your chest. Hold it here. High heel, push it away. Dorsiflex, bend your knees, high heel to push. What you're doing here is getting more of a soleus stretch, the muscle behind your calf. High heels, push away. Dorsiflex and bend. High heels to push. Almost like a wave feeling in the ankle. Whew, we feel it. Waking up the feet, the lower extremities, pushing away. We got 4. And push. 3. Keeping that parallel. Push. 2. Push. 1. And up. Beautiful job. Now here's your bonus. Ball to the side. You're going to go to the arches of each foot. Notice what I just did. I'm on the middle of my feet now. Ball is on the floor. And this is more of like a prehensile position. I'm just allowing the bar just to rest on that arch and just giving me a little bit of foot stretch right here. So you can bend into chest. Exhale, push 1. Bend. Exhale, 2. You can almost curl the toes over the bar. 3. Notice the stretch across the foot feels so good. And 5, your spine's still on that mat surface. And 7, here is 8, and 9, and our last one. Woo! All right, so let's pause for a moment. We're gonna get our frog position next. So I've got to get my heels as close as I can, and I'm holding almost like a little slice of pizza between the feet. Heels together, toes apart. Here we go. Bending in. I want you to squeeze those heels as you push out. Think pelvic floor. We inhale. Exhale, 2. And inhale. Exhale, 3. We got this. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Keep going. Exhale, 6. 7. You got this. Squeezing ankles. 8. And 9. Here we go. Last one is 10. Great job. Now let's do this. Let's bend in. We're going to hold on to that bar. Gently lower the feet down. Give yourself a little bit of a breather, extending one leg at a time outward. Wiggle the ankles, wiggle the toes. Notice the difference in the bottoms of the feet. See what you feel across the ankles here. It's a lot of work. Just to be pushing that bar in various positions. Okay, great. So now what I'm going to show you is if I unhook my blue spring from this position, which is going to be my half spring. Now I can just allow that to come to the ground behind me. Okay, now I only have one full spring, my red spring. From this position, I'm going to go ahead and come downward on my tower. I'm going to wiggle my body down, down, down. So I'm right about here. I've still got that push through bar right above my body here. What I want to think about for this little series is more articulation of my spine. Now you can completely skip this if you have low back issues, disc issues. I highly suggest you do not do this. It's more pressure across, okay? So just pay attention to your body. I will show you first. Let's go with the hands on the bar. Push the bar forward. Here comes the tower. So I've got my feet, I've got my arms. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna be long arms, really grounded, and let's go ahead and flex and point. Rolling up, bend, extend, scoop to roll down. Flex it, point it, push, bend, extend, and roll. Keep going. Go at your own pace. Feels so good on the back. Your spine is like a wave. When you peel it up, go one piece at a time. One more for today. Beautiful job. Bend your knees in. Carefully hold the bar. Gently release your feet. Lower it. It's on its safety strap. And then sneak your body out from underneath that bottom loaded series. Nice work. Let's go ahead and set up for the next group of exercises. To unhook your safety strap, first release your spring tension from the bottom. You can take that spring and store it above. Then what you can do is unhook your push-through bar and then take the Velcro attached to your safety strap, re-Velcro that at the top. Therefore, it's completely secure and out of the way for the next group of exercises. Now, I'm also going to just snag my blue spring from below here and then hook that up with my storage. Okay, so let's come on back to our roll-up bar with our small yellow springs. Okay, how we started today's workout. And I want to take my springs this time just to the eyelet below from the top vertical. So right about here. With this position, we're also going to be using the ball again. So the ball this time goes between the knees, and we're also focusing again more on that hug of the pelvic floor. So I've got this position here where I am kneeling wise, just past the seam in my mats, feet are flat. Okay, what you can think about here, we have some tension with the arms. We have a tuck of the pelvis. We have the pelvic floor working, lifting up towards our rib cage. Now, as we push slightly downward into the bar, I have tension. I take my tension back for a thigh stretch. Reach, 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 and I slowly come up. Now, where my head is, you have to think about, you're looking at the top of the tower, so you're not going up to the ceiling and losing your neck. Tuck your chin, tuck your hips. Backwards, inhale. Exhale. Try to push your shins into that mat surface. Fill your quadriceps. Inhale. 2, exhale. Good, keep going. Little push down on that bar. 2, exhale. Nice. Almost there. Inhale. 2, exhale. Good. Last 3 today. Little push down. Hinge it. Pull forward. Good. Hinge it. And 4. We got one more right here. Pushing slightly down, squeeze on the ball. And all the way back forward. Beautiful. Just pause for a moment. We're going to take the ball to the side here. We'll grab it a little bit later. I just want you to think about, can you Come back to just regular hip distance apart with the knees. Good. From this position, what I want to think about here is more of a cat back. So think of what we did standing in the beginning of class today. Breathing in through the nose, head and chest, forward. Now from here, drag the bar towards your thighs. Pull all the way up, bend your elbows. This can be performed with the spring higher if you need it. I'm just coming further away from my tower, doing the same exercise. And I'm thinking about pushing my shins into the mat as I go about doing that. Reaching forward, diving down, pulling in, bending up, extending, and forward, pulling in, and up. We got 2 more. One more time. Great variation, waking up that lower core. Feels really good. All right, you guys, nice work. From this position, just go ahead and hold the bar in the middle. We're gonna swing our legs around, come to seated. We're gonna sneak our ball back in the mix between the knees, and here we go. So I'm seated, I'm looking up at my tower. Now this bar does not provide me a ton of support, but I'm thinking of hugging in, pelvic floor, and softly rolling back. Now, right here, my eyes are up at the tower. I'm really thinking of, can I use my lower abdominals? Can I feel the squeeze on the ball? Here I go. I go exhale 2 inches forward, inhale back. Exhale, 2 inhale. Now, the deeper you breathe out, the more abdominals you're going to feel. So don't let the spring do all the work. I want you to feel the work coming forward. Tuck your pelvis more. Think of more scooping in those abs. For 5 more. And 4. And 3. Keep going. 2. And 1. We pause. Now from here, let's go ahead and keep the C curve. Keep everything alive. I'm going to tilt my right hand under my left. I'm on my right side. Notice I shifted my weight. I come down that side to exhale 1. Exhale 2. Feel the obliques here. 3. 4. Exhale 5. Come across other side. Tilt it. Left side. We got this. 1. Keep it small. 2. Squeeze the ball. 3. And 4. We got 1 more. Make it small. 5. Back to center again. Right side. We got this. Come down. It's an exhale. And 2. And 3. Stacking those hands. 4. One more time. Here. We got this. Woo. Come across. Other side. And small. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now from where you are, lower down. Head and chest, all the way back. Lengthen through your arms. Beautiful. So all I want you to think about here is keeping the arms reaching. We're going to peel the head, the body, all the way up to a seated position. Lengthen at the top. Roll all the way back down. Pausing here, breathing in, rolling up, holding, and rolling back and down. Breathing in, here's 3, scooping and rolling through that spine. And back and down. These all start to add up as we go along today. Good, we got 1 more right here, all the way down. Rolling all the way to the top. Beautiful job. Okay, take your ball again to the side. We're gonna let it stay right there as we go through the next little series. All right, extend the legs long right here. Think of the long spine. Let's go ahead and pull our body all the way down to the mat. Good. From this position, what I want to think about is flexing my feet. I'm going to create a little bit of flexion in my chest. And now looking at my right side, I'm flexing my feet. My arms are really strong. I'm going to lift my right side. 1. Lift my right side. 2. and 3. Really engaging through your quad. 4 and 5. We lower, we pause. Other side. We got 5 and 4. Keep your abdominals engaged for 3 and 2. One more time and 1. We pause. Come all the way down. Take a moment here. That's more hip flexor, more lower abs. Lift up again. Find that little bit of flexion. Here we go. We got right. 1 and 2. Keep your eyes in the tower. 3 and 4. Keep it smooth. One more time is 5. Lower the leg down carefully. Here we go. Other side for 1 and 2. We want to exhale as we lift that leg for 3 and 4. We got one more right here is 5. Lower the leg, lower the body. Take a moment, breathing in. And then roll your body back up. Amazing. Okay, very nice. Let's go ahead and place our roll-up bar right here is fine. And next we're going to move on to using some of the long yellow springs, so the long light springs. Let's look. I now have my long yellows on the third eyelet from the bottom. And that's roughly, if I was standing, you know, it's roughly around my navel level right here. That's where I have those straps. So both sides, but we're gonna do a little bit of single arm work first. I'm gonna bring this loop in my hand on my left, bring my body forward, and I wanna come to a position here near the end of my tower with my arm long by my side, feet are relaxed, but I'm in this bit of a tripod. My right hand is underneath my right shoulder. I'm gonna go ahead and bicep curl and then lengthen. So just feel that first. Can you create a bicep curl here? Elbow stays right by the side of your ribs without changing your spine. And 4. Here is 5. We pause. Now we're gonna increase the difficulty, which means I've got the opposite leg reaching back. Now ribs pull up and in, hold the leg. Here we go. Exhale 1. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. And 4. And 5. I pause. I lower down. Good. From that position, come back to the first exercise. Here we go. Bicep curl by itself for 5. And 4. We got this. For 3. Use the abs, pull in. 2. And 1. We pause. Opposite leg. Reach it. Here we go. 5. 4. Good. Keep going. 3. Stabilize. 2. We got one more. And 1. Amazing. Pause right there. You're going to exchange your sides, finding the other hand, other spring. And here we go. Come back up to that same position here. Now I'm just going to start again, neutral spine. I'm going to stabilize, elbow by the side, and I curl my arm. 1, bicep curl by itself. 2, use your abdominals. 3, and 4, one more. 5, pause, opposite leg, hold that position. Squeeze 1, 2, long through that leg. 3, keep your rib cage. 4, and 5. Pause. The knee comes down. Come back to bicep curl on its own. Exhale 1 and 2. Exhale 3 and 4. One more time. 5. We lengthen, hold. Other side. Reach the leg. Pulling 1. Breathing here. 2. Stabilize. 3 and 4. And last one. 5. Amazing. Lower down. We're going to walk it back here. Pause for a moment. Now, the next one is a great one for quadricep strength, abdominals. Pay attention to the setup. You might have to come further up or down the reformer or tower bed, depending on your strength. Same location. We'll go ahead and bring this strap over the knee on my right. Find my other side. Do the same thing. Beat this one over and then walk your tension forward. Now we did a cat-cow to begin in today's workout, so let's really think about the shape of the cat position. I've got my hands underneath my shoulders. I'm going to tuck my toes. Now, as I scoop and round, drop the head, tuck the pelvis. Now, you've got that load behind you. You're going to exhale, lift the knees, lower the knees, lift the knees, lower the knees. The springs are going to want to pull you back. You're going to resist with your abdominals and just feel that seatbelt of tension. Keep going. 6, keep going. Round your spine. Last 2, scoop, scoop, scoop. Round it, and pause. Perfect. Now, from this position, what I want to think about here, reach my left arm long. I'm going to go ahead and pull my right knee deep into my chest. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, release limbs. Other side, right arm forward, left knee in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and back. Switch it up. Pull, 5, 4, 3, 2, and back. Other side, 5, 4, 3, 2, and in. Keep going. We got this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and in. And 5, 4. Keep rounding. 3, 2, and in. One more each. You're strong. You can do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and back. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, and return it. Good job. Take a moment here. Big breath in through the nose. Full exhale. If you need to relax your wrists, give that a little bit of a roll. All right, so here we go, back to the first exercise. Tuck your bum, round like a cat. Lift both knees, hover. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, 3. Inhale, tap. 4. Exhale, 5. And 6. You got this. Round the spine. 7. Scoop it up. 8. 9. We got one more. And 10. Whew. Beautiful job. You can sit back briefly here, relax through the wrists. Feels really good. A little bit more challenging with that series. Okay, let's carefully remove, walk it back. Take those straps gently off each knee. Awesome. And then we'll set up for the next group of exercises. All right, so let's turn around. We're going to look at our tower, and I want to use my leg springs, which are going to be my heavier springs, purple for Balanced Body Tower. I'm going to keep it at the 4th eyelet from the bottom, just up here, so it's a little bit higher than the previous setting we had for the other abdominal exercise in 4-point. Please add your loop to each side, your purple springs for your feet. And then I will show you, we're going to do a little bit of our hip work different today. So what I want to do now is have the ball available as well. For the hip work on the tower, typically you have to be a little bit more down the mat than right underneath the tower so you can gain some tension from your springs. So gently come down. My head's roughly in the middle of the upper part of my mat. And I've got my feet are going to go in my loops, okay? So starting with that, and just before you get started, think about the tension today. We do want to keep the hips grounded. So if the tower set up for you, if it's too high, you can make it less of that lift of your pelvis if you lower your tension down one eyelet. So for me, I'm going to challenge myself, use this little higher position I currently have. The ball goes between my ankles. Now I have some options. I can hold on to the tower itself like that, or arms by my side. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of wiggle until I can make some contact with my hands. Here I go. Tabletop position. Push forward, squeeze the ball. 1, bend in. Use your hamstrings. Push 2, bend in. Push 3, hug that ball. And 4, and in. You got this. 5 and 6. Good. Keep going. 7 and 8. Good. Exhale, 9. We're thinking of the pelvis staying down. 10. Hold it. Okay, so your pelvis stays down. Now what changes as you come up? You have soft knees. You're at 9 degrees, long legs. Push. Hamstrings right here. Squeeze it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push, squeeze. Inhale, 3. Exhale, push, squeeze. Inhale, 4. Exhale, push, squeeze. Inhale, 5. Exhale, push. Inhale, 6. Exhale, push. Inhale, 7. I want you to hug that ball between the ankles. Last 3. You got this. And 2. We have 1 more. Big exhale. 3. Amazing. Bend your knees in. Ball to the side, but you're not done yet. We're going to go ahead and get our feet all the way up. Now we've got some freedom with our circles. So making sure you've got contact on the bar, the hips are grounded, spine is long. Soft knees pushing down. Open. All the way to the top. Pushing down. Open. And up. 3. And 4. Making sure that you feel those hamstrings today. 5. Taking it around. 6. 7. Smooth it out. 8. Look at your spring. You want to have a little bit more tension. Don't let go like I just did. Feel that. Here we go. Keep going. Hamstrings. Keeping tension on your springs. And then your last one. We pause. Okay, so now we're going to reverse our circles. Here we go. Take it out. Push it down. Squeeze it up. Keep your tension. 2. Reach those legs long. 3. Challenging the inner thighs and hamstrings. Breathing each time you come around. Hips stay grounded. Last 3. And 2. Reaching the legs one more time right here. Bend it in and pause right here. Take a moment. Take a deep breath. Feels so good this whole series. Super balanced. Okay. So now let's go ahead and extend the legs up. I want you to take a full breath in through the nose, soft knees, full exhale. Good. What we're going to do first is push the right leg down. We're going to be bending it in as the opposite extends and bicycle. Think of the rhythm right here. You're going through the air. You're really feeling hamstrings, pelvic stability, reaching the leg, almost like you're pedaling through mud. Such a great little series. Keep going, pedal, smoothing out those springs as you go. Think about reaching away from the tower with each foot for 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. And then pause at the top. We're going to just hang out for a moment. Take a breather. Take these off our feet gently. Release them back and down. Beautiful. From this position, we're going to go ahead and just do a brief stretch. So let's take our right leg. We're going to get the ankle over the knee on my left. I'm going to pull my left thigh into my body here and just give myself a bit of a figure 4. Breathing in, spine is grounded, full exhale. Gently releasing that. Let's go to the other side. Same thing here. Pulling the thigh bone in, breathing in. And full exhale. Awesome. Great. Okay. So let's go ahead and slowly roll our body all the way up. Let's extend our legs first. Reach the arms to an overhead. Roll all the way through your spine, all the way to those ankles today. Beautiful. All right. Feels so good from here. All right, you guys. Excellent job. Full body tower workout using the Allegro 2 Tower of Power. If you guys have any questions about today's workout, make sure to drop them in the comment box below. And make sure that you check the description for more information on how to receive a 5% discount off of Balanced Body equipment. Now, this is the Allegro 2 with the Tower of Power. I've had this since 2013, and it's great for a small space if you have a home studio or if you're just trying to upgrade your current reformer. I love this piece of equipment. I have a full review on it on this channel. Make sure to check that out. The link is in the description below. All right, you guys, thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.